everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is gonna be a current palette collection. I've done declutters, I've taken stuff out, put stuff back in just because we were in quarantine and I didn't have anybody to give stuff to. So I'm gonna go through and show you everything that's currently in my collection, what I have. So yeah, if that sounds interesting, definitely stick around. I may swatch a little bit, but I'm not gonna swatch everything because this video is gonna be probably a little bit longer anyway. So just keep that in mind. I did do a pastel to goth transformation. So if you want to see how I did this look with the finished wig and lashes and everything, then check that video out. It should be up before this one. Yeah, make sure you're subscribed and we're going to jump into the palette. So we're going to start off with what I keep up here. I brought these two. They're like desk organizers, like you would use them for folders. So these are ones that I either haven't tried, I want to try, I want to see if I use them more, that kind of a situation. So let me show you what's up here first. So we'll just go through in order. I have the Celestial Storm from Dominique Cosmetics. It looks like this. We got a mini version that was like, I don't know what shades were in it. It was like, there was 4 shades missing. So it was like this big. I liked it enough that I went out and bought the whole palette. I got this on Poshmark, so I did get it a little bit discounted. I tried to use it once, and I don't know if my brushes were dirty, which they were. So I don't know if that was a factor, but the pink in this got like muddy, so I ended up taking the makeup off. So I need to reuse it again with clean brushes. But I really liked the mini one that we got in BoxyCharm. And then I also got Berries and Cream from Poshmark, so that's up here. I haven't used this yet. It's pretty. And then I have my Rose Gold from Huda Beauty. I used this in a video. I like the shimmers. The mattes were just okay. So I think I'm going to swap this out up here for something else because I don't know that I'm necessarily going to reach for that anytime soon since I did try it and I wasn't like blown away. So we'll move that. I have my Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette up here. I've only used this twice. I just think it's okay, and I don't know if I got an old one because this Ladyship shade in mine is super dry. Like, I can get it on the eye, but it's very, very dry feeling. Like, it's pigmented, but I don't know if everybody's is dry. Like I said, I got it on a clearance sale that they were having, so I don't know if I got an old one, but the other ones are fine, and the shimmers are nice. People love this palette. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I'm glad I got it discounted. But I wouldn't say that I love it, and I want to love it. So I have it up here so that I can try and use it. And then I did pull this out of my declutter bag recently. This is the Nubian 2. The main reason I got rid of this is because I don't really reach for it, and it's bigger than my other my other Juvia's Place palette, so it's a pain to store. But it's pretty, and it's got a lot of like fall, autumn type shades that I like. So I put it up here, and I want to see if I reach for it because I think I can make space for it now, because keeping some palettes up here all the time has definitely helped with some space in my drawers. And then I have the Jaclyn Hill, the Vault. I think this is the original one. I don't think this is the reformulated one. There's the colors on the back. I don't know. I bought that around the same time that the Vault collection came out, so I don't know what formula I have. Mine works good, so. I have the 2 BH Zodiac palettes. I'm only going to keep one of these. My large palette drawer is like maxed out, and I don't really have anything in there to get rid of. So I'm only going to keep one of these. So I need to figure out, I've only used each of these when I did the 2 looks from each palette video. I think it's going to end up being the original Zodiac, honestly, which is funny because this is the one that I really, really wanted. But one of these is going to have to go. And I haven't really used them enough to really make that decision. So I put them up here so I can try and figure out which one I'm going to keep. And then I have not all, because my Life's a Drag palette I put back in my drawer. But I have the Moonspell palette from Manny MUA. Haven't used it yet. He's a little dusty. And then I got Strawberry Dream from Sephora on sale. These 2 shades down here came broken, but I re-squished them. It's a very soft formula. So I just repressed those, but everything else was fine. So that's why there's a little bit of gold all over, but I haven't used that yet either. And then I think we're supposed to be getting this palette. I was gonna declutter this, that's why there's a green. This was on the chopping block anyway. If I put a green tab on, it's one that I'm thinking about getting rid of, but I think the BoxyCharm Premium is supposed to have this in it. I don't know if everybody's getting it. If everybody's getting it, then I'll be doing a giveaway in that video because obviously I own it, but I pulled this one back out until I get that box because I do own it and I can do a look with it. It's not a bad palette. I just don't foresee myself using it a ton, so I was gonna pass it on so somebody else could use it, but I'm gonna hold on to it until that premium box comes. And then I have two from Alter Ego. I have the Aurora. These are both Natasha Denona dupes. I haven't tried them yet. They swatch really nice. And then this is the Goddess palette. So I have both of those out because I want to use them. So I'm gonna reposition you and we'll start getting into the drawers. Lighting isn't gonna be as good, but we'll try it up here and then I may reposition you again. Okay, so I cleared out, this used to be lip glosses. So this drawer is now like my odd shaped palettes. So we're gonna go through that. I have my Lunatic Cosmetics. I've got, you know, the Heart palette, Vampira, Supernatural, and Elvira are in here. My little pineapple palette that I got from my subscriber friend Wendy. There's that. My little Too Faced, you know, my mini white chocolate bar. I'm not going to open all these. Sugar cookie, hot buttered rum, and then the Auto Balm, the Day to Night little balm palette. And then I had the peach or yellow colored one. That one, a subscriber, one of you guys won it. My two Lime Crime palettes. I did get a second one. I think this is Pink Lemonade is what this is called. They look like Polly Pockets. The formula on these is fine. I mean, the shimmer, I don't think Lime Crime has an outstanding shimmer formula, but what is this one called? Bubblegum. The blue one is Bubblegum. I got both of these on Poshmark. I didn't buy them through Sugar Pill. Haven't used this one yet, but there's that. They're just cute. They were, you know, I was born in the 80s. I grew up in the 90s. They look like Polly Pockets. That's really the only reason that I still have those, because like I said, the yellow one, I've gotten a lot of compliments when I have done the pink looks from the yellow one, but like I said, their shimmer formula is not outstanding. I have my Tarte round palettes that are super annoying. There's the Sizzle, the Make Believe in Yourself, and the Fairy Love, Trust, and Fairy Dust palette. And then in the way back, Wendy gave me the Hank and Henry palette, which the shimmers look really pretty. And then I have my Too Faced Natural Eyes that I was gonna declutter, because this one is one that gets shuffled around. So I think, and I do really like it. So I think having it in here saved it. And then what used to be my small palette drawer is now, I can show you guys a little bit better. It still looks full, but all of those palettes used to be in this drawer, so that was too much. Wendy sent me this little Smashbox photo edit trio. This is in Holy Crop. Very, very pretty, like mauve tones, so I do want to use that. My little Smoke Balm trio that I love. Talked about that a lot. I got these on Poshmark, and I really like these. These are the Lorac Pro. I've got 4 and 2. I've used 4. I really, really like 4. Actually, I think these are going to go out there instead of that Huda palette. And then this is 2. The formula on this, like, it's not a super versatile palette. It's like the Urban Decay Naked palettes. You're not going to get a ton of looks, but I really liked it. They were really easy to use, so maybe I can squeeze. I know I can at least squeeze 3, so we'll just put both of those over there. Okay, this is my singles. The one with the Jaclyn Hill, like, those are starting to crumble, so I'm going to take the magnets off and just throw all of those away. These are mostly Makeup Geek. This one is from like an indie brand, and it's supposed to smell like Eggo waffles, but The rest, most of these are Makeup Geek. There's probably a couple in here that are ColourPop, but I never use these. And then for Makeup Geek, again, I got this on Poshmark. This is the Peach Bellini. She came out with these right before she rebranded. So I have the rose gold one coming too. I got them super cheap on there. My Melt palettes are in here. The Smoke Session and Gemini. My Kaleidos palettes are all in here. My small ones, the big one is in a different drawer because she's a little chunky. My Laura Lee palettes and my Dose of Colors mini little 6-pan. I ended up keeping Party Animal just because I don't think anybody's gonna want it and I don't want it to just get thrown away. And then Sleigh Bell, which I absolutely love. So I ended up bringing Party Animal back just because, like I said, it's good over other shades, and there are some shades in there that work fine on their own. I don't foresee anybody wanting it necessarily. My little Huda palettes, we got Mauve, Smoke, Emerald, Topaz, Amethyst, Ruby, and Sapphire. So those are all those. I really like these. I like the formula in these better than that big one. I've heard that her formula in her larger one is superior, but I don't think in that one. I think maybe in the original one. We got the little Sugar Pill Fun Size Pastel-y Rainbow palette. ColourPop. I ended up keeping the pink one, the black one, yellow, blue, green, and purple. Just because I have the high-end versions, obviously, but I wanted to have drugstore ones too, so the one I was going to get rid of was the pink one, and I don't really have anybody to give it to right now, so my Alternative Rock has a sticker. It's on the chopping block. Mini Jawbreaker and Meat Matchmaker from the Balm. I like the Balm palettes, so I was gonna declutter the Alternative Rock, but it's really not taking up that much space. Like if I get rid of the one palette, is it really gonna make that much difference? Probably not. I'm gonna put the rest of this stuff back and we'll move on. I totally forgot there's some palettes in the back of this drawer. We have from MAC, Classic Cutie. My friend Lauren gave me this little pastel-y cute palette. Lolita from Kat Von D. I like this palette. I got it on clearance at Sephora. We have Naked Heat. I got this on Poshmark finally. It's a good warm palette. Again, you're not going to get a ton of looks out of it, but it's nice. And I have Naked Cherry. Again, I like this mauve palette. Not going to get a ton of looks out of it, but it's nice. Like a ton of different looks. And then from Alter Ego, I have the Temptations palette, which is a dupe from the ABH, the like sparkly bronze one. I always forget what it's called, but that's a dupe for that. So I haven't tried that one either. So now we can move on. Kind of at an angle in the drawer next to the drawer we're going to be in. So we'll try this. You'll be a little bit closer. The lighting's a little better. Okay. So in the second drawer, I have the Tardius Pro Remix. I had a subscriber send this to me also. I like it. And then the original. These are just nice, like everyday palettes. They work really well. They're very beginner friendly. I like them in conjunction with each other because then I have a little more color options. From the Balm, I have what's the tea. This is the hot tea one. Yeah, this is the hot tea palette. I wouldn't mind getting the iced tea one also, just because I love the Balm's formula. Basic, you got some this one's a duochrome, very, very pretty. And then you've got a black primer and a beige primer to kind of transform the shades, which is fun. My Pumpkin Spice palettes, I'm really hoping that Too Faced does another one. They do these with the Home Shopping Network, so you can only get these collections through HSN, but this is the first one. I love this palette so much. It's my favorite still. Just really, really good. It was supposed to smell like pumpkin spice, but I don't really think any of these smelled like pumpkin spice. And then this was last year's pumpkin. I think this is supposed to be pumpkin spice latte. It doesn't say latte on here, but Little more warmer, more oranges for sure. Nice. It's a nice palette. I don't like it quite as much as this one, but I do still like it. And I will keep it just because as long as they're going to keep putting out the collections, I review the whole collections every year and then I compare them to the previous palette. So keep an eye out for that. I'm hoping they do another one this year with everything that's been going on. I don't know. My Lorac Beauty and the Beast. Oh, I did put the brush back in here. I was going to say I need to put the brush back in there. I did. There she is. I don't use it very often because the pans are so small. I didn't want to like use it up, but that's stupid. So I need to actually just use it. I got those other Lorac palettes because that Beauty and the Beast one was the only one that I had. And I really do like Lorac's formula. People don't really talk about them anymore. We have the Venus XL. She's one that I was considering. Just like I said, I'm not crazy about their shimmer formula, but their matte formula is really, really good. So if you like this warm like color scheme, I can overlook. They're more of a satin shimmer rather than a metallic. There are a couple of more metallic-y shades in some of the little like Venus palettes, but this one, they're more of a satin. I have lots of glitter, so I think I can overlook it, but it is a nice matte formula. We have the Sunrise, which is from Falcolor. It's a dupe for the Huda Beauty Nude, the big nude palette. This one's really nice. There is a pressed glitter in here that I don't use, but the shimmers are really nice, and you do get a little eye primer with it. From BH, the Royal Affair. Again, this is one that I'm thinking about. I haven't used it yet. The shimmer formula just seems okay. I don't know how much. I like that it's cooler toned, so I think that's why I was trying to make it work, because I don't have a, trying to keep it and use it. I haven't tried it yet. I don't have a ton of cool toned options anymore, so I had decluttered it, put it back to try and see, because I haven't actually used it. My Morphe Kathleen Lights collab. This is old, but it still works. I will keep this until it hard pans. Through My Eyes from ColourPop. I did bring Dream Street back, and I did wear it to work yesterday. No, not yesterday, the day before. I do really like it. The blue shades in here are temperamental, but the warm shades up here in these shimmers are really nice. So I am glad that I put it back. It was one I was going to get rid of. My Zodiac from Kathleen Lights. I will never declutter this. This is the only true cool tone gold that I own. We'll swatch it. I'm not going to swatch much, but that is the cool, only like cool tone gold like that that I own currently. So I will keep it for that one shade, even if I decide to not use the rest. I have the Whatever palette again, ready, sort of almost, you know, not quite mauve, but ready burgundy palette. I have Vintage Dawn and Scarlet Dusk from Ace Beauté. I haven't used either one of these. I did do a giveaway. One of you guys got this one. I love this grungy color scheme. Some people had trouble with this palette. I honestly haven't used it yet. I really like the color scheme though. I can make a lot of palettes work. Concealer does a lot. And then the little Grandiose, obviously it's one I'm thinking about. We got it in a BoxyCharm. It's nice. I just don't really use it a ton. So my one true cool toned palette is the Nightingale from Pretty Vulgar. I like this a lot. There's not a ton of shimmer in here, but this clutch shade is really pretty, and Break Free is really pretty. That was also from a BoxyCharm. I have the Soph X palette. This is the original. I got this on Poshmark. This one's been discontinued. I think it was $7, so you can still get it on Poshmark if you want it. It's a good palette. I don't know why Makeup Revolution discontinued it. And then there's the Extra Spice, which is still available from Makeup Revolution. Also really, really good palette, really good drugstore. My e.l.f. J. Kissa Rainbow palette. I did a review on that. My Lottie London I can't pronounce Living My Best Life palette. This was a collab with an influencer. I hunted for 6 months for this. This is supposed to be a really good drugstore palette. Make Me Up Missy uses this all the time. Finally got it, swatched it, never used it. Like I said, hunted for that for like 6 months and I haven't used it. The Urban Decay Electric, I got this on Poshmark. This has been discontinued. I'm contemplating getting the Wired palette. I heard the Wired palette isn't as good as this. You can still get this on Poshmark for a reasonable amount, even though it's an old palette. The Alamar Cosmetic palette that we got from BoxyCharm, very nice like fall palette. And then I have the Give Me Glow Christmas Morning super foily pretty palette. So that is the second drawer. I'm gonna maybe reposition you again and we'll down a drawer. You're still in a drawer, but so if it starts to sway a little bit, it's because you're actually in the cart. We're 3 drawers down. There's this one and 2 more to go. The Glam Light Pizza palette that Wendy sent me. Very pretty pinks and some purples. I don't mind Glam Light's formula. I have their Miracle palette that they did for breast cancer awareness. I haven't tried this yet, but it's pretty. I did declutter one, the like fuzzy one that kind of looks like the Alter Ego. It's a similar color scheme to this. I did decide to declutter that one for sure, but these other ones I need to try because I also have the Caliente palette that has some like pretty, like the Periwinkle shade is really pretty, this purple. So I need to use those before I get rid of any. My Sigma Rosa palette is in here. That's a really nice one. The Wicked Sisters Handbook for the Recently Deceased. I did a review on this. It's on my channel. It's a nice like grungy, earthy toned palette. Oh, I'm sorry, Handbook for the Dearly Departed. It's not Beetlejuice inspired. My Tarte, what is this? High Tides and Good Vibes. I'm sad that these shades in here are actual pressed glitters, the 4 in the middle, but the rest of these are really pretty, so we'll see. I haven't used this yet. It's really pretty though. And just that packaging. I could just sit and look at that. And then I did put my Violet Voss Pro back in here. I don't need it because it is an almost identical color scheme to the original Pumpkin Spice. This one has more shades in it, but I like Violet Voss's formula, so I think that's why I put this back, because this is a good formula. And like traveling, I would probably bring this over the Pumpkin Spice just because there are more shades in it. So we'll see if I end up using it. If I don't, I'll pass it along later. But like I said, they do have a really nice formula. And then in the, let me move the pizza one out of the way. In the front, I have my ABH. So we've got, I put Modern Renaissance back because again, I didn't really have anybody to give it to, and I'm hoping maybe I'll break this out more in the fall. We'll see. If not, then I'll get rid of her at the end of the year. Norvina, Carly Bible. I like this. Not everybody did. I mean, it's a basic color scheme. It's pretty neutral, but the shimmers are nice. I don't know. I liked it. My mother-in-law got me that for Christmas. I have the Riviera, which is, it's a brighter palette. I did buy Prism on Poshmark. There are some temperamental shades in here. This green one, Enthroned, Osiris. Those work better under the lower lash line. I tried to put, those are like a wet, sticky, like I tried to put them on the lid. I don't recommend doing that. Eternal, Pyramid, Lucid, and Dimension work good on the lid. But yeah, that blue and that green work better on the lower lash line. I found that out the hard way. And then I do have the Jackie Aina palette. Again, a really nice, warm, like, I can see like maybe late fall, winter time using this more, hopefully. Really pretty. And then I have my chocolate bars. I did send Wendy the Bon Bon palette, so I don't own that one anymore, but I still have my original chocolate bar. I am giving away a brand new one, so that giveaway is on my channel. So make sure you're subscribed and you enter that if you want to get your own chocolate bar. Gingerbread Spice, love this palette a lot. If you can get this on Poshmark, get it. I've never done a bad look, and I always get compliments when I use that. I have my white chocolate bar. People either love this or they hated it. I like it. The mini white chocolate bar Mike got me for our very first Valentine's Day, so I have an emotional attachment to the large because the shades that are in that are in here plus some more. So I don't use my mini anymore. And then I have my Sweet Peach still. I did use this the other day. It still works. This palette's going on like 3 or 4 years. Yeah, it still works. Not as punchy as I remember, but my tastes have changed. And then I also have my Natural Nudes from Too Faced. I liked this palette. These two shades look very similar on the eye, but other than that, like, it's just a nice, I liked it. The formula's nice. I didn't have any problems with it. My Dose of Colors for Indication, I had to repress this blue shade. My dog got a hold of this palette and like chewed the corner, and the whole pan like popped out, so I had to repress it. Thankfully it went back in there because that was one of the shades that I liked. But now I have a stain on my bedspread because the blue didn't completely come out. My Moon Dust, my friend Lauren gave me this. These are lovely glitter toppers. They're not very opaque, so you can't really use them on their own. They're good inner corner or on top of other shades. Let me swatch. But look at that sparkle. They're pretty. Really, really nice. So I was really, really appreciative when Lauren gave me that. And then she also gave me the Smoked palette from Urban Decay, which I have used quite a bit. I've used it in videos. It's a nice, grungy, mostly shimmer palette. Satiny shimmer, not like full-on shimmer, which is where the other palette would come into play. So that is everything in this drawer. Put everything back, and we're in the fourth drawer down. I'm going to leave you where you were in the last segment. Okay, so first off, I have 4 of the little Venus palettes. I was thinking about getting rid of that one apparently, which is Venus 1. I like these. I'll probably just hold on to them. They're not bad. Again, these ones don't have a really like punchy shimmer. There's the Immortalis. This one, these two are pretty metallic-y. So this one's got the best shimmers in it. People didn't like this palette. People either really liked it or they didn't. I didn't have a problem with this palette. I liked it. The Venus 2, which looks like the Ace Beauté. Very, very similar grungy color scheme. Really, really like this. And then the 3 pinky purples. These are nice. These 2 in the middle here are good, like topper transform glittery metallic-y shades. My Escape Pod from Kaleidos, my big palette. I did do a whole collection review. I bought the whole collection, so that video should be up before this one. So there's that. My Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag. Got this on Poshmark. Wendy was going to send me hers, and I ended up buying it because I didn't get a palette that month in my premium box like a lot of people did. My Laura Lee Nudie Patootie palette. I like this palette. Jaybird's really, really pretty shade. I don't use it a ton anymore, but it's a nice palette, so she stays in here. Blood Sugar, Blue Blood are in here because they're thick. My Ofra Glitch, the original Glitch palette, is in here. I also have Too Faced Life's a Festival. I still like this palette. Very, very pretty. My Nomad Kari. Is that what this is called? I think it's the Hikari, the pastel palette. It's pretty. I did a whole palette review on this. It's on my channel. You got mattes, like satins and shimmers. Very, very nice. They did a good job with that. My Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice. This is a lighter palette. but it's pretty, really, really nice. I haven't used this one. This is the Dido Galaxy shade palette. Like, there were some really pretty like shimmers. I bought this because I saw a picture of it on Instagram. So there is one pressed glitter that I will probably not use, but the rest of this I'm excited to try, and it's cute looking. Hopefully it's good, fingers crossed. It does have a sticker on it, so if I don't like it, it's going away, but I'm excited to try it. And then all of my Juvia's Place palettes. I do have room for the Nubian 2 down here, I think. So if I decide to keep it, I could probably squeeze it in this drawer, but I'm waiting to see if I actually use it. So yeah, I'm gonna put everything back and we're gonna get into the very last drawers down here. I'm gonna crouch over. Hopefully the light, I know the lighting's not gonna be as great on this side, but we got the Too Faced. They're Too Faced Then and Now palette. This was the one they did for their anniversary like 2 years ago. I like this palette. I, again, never have done a bad look. I get compliments when I do use it. I think people's biggest complaint, it feels like it was rushed in assembly because there's pans that are skewed and it's big. It's, if you had a normal to moderate size makeup collection, this would be annoying to store. So I think that's why people like, because the formula to me is really good. My Alien palette, I love this palette. If you're familiar with my channel, hopefully I didn't lift that up too much. You know I love the Alien palette. It sucks with everything that's going on with Jeffree Star because it makes me not want to talk about it on my channel, but we have Jawbreaker, really, really nice rainbow palette. Unfortunately, it's a good palette. Me, Myself, and Mitchell from Beauty Bay. So you've got the warm side. I did one look with this. I was gonna do like 3 more looks, and then I ended up having to go back to work, and I haven't used it since, so I need to probably finish that. The Norvinas, I have volume 4. I did pick a winner for the 1,000 subscriber. She also wanted volume 4, so the winner from that, this is coming for her. I just ordered it from Sephora directly and shipped it. I have volume 3. Sephora had these 50% off, and I was gonna get volume 2 just so I would have it, and then they were sold out. So, and then I have volume 1. So if anybody got volume 2 and they decide they don't want it, you can send it my way. I won't be mad at you. Okay. Not that I need it, but there are those. My Game of Thrones bad boy is down here. I've only used this once. I need to use it more. I didn't mind it. I think it's decent formula. Again, you're not going to get a ton of looks out of it necessarily, and then the package is really bulky, but I'm glad I have it. I'm a Game of Thrones fan. My Saint and Sinner palette from Kat Von D. This is also one. It's got a kind of grungy, colorful scheme. I want to use it more. Oh, Morphe Boss Mood. My friend Lauren bought me this. It's the grungy green, purple palette. This is a good formula. The formula on this is decent. And then I have the Such a Gem palette. The formula on this isn't as good as this. This one's better, which I hate that Morphe is inconsistent, but I have this, so I'm gonna try and use it more. It's pinks and purples, but I would say the formula in the Boss Mood is definitely better. I don't think I'm gonna buy from Morphe anymore. Not necessarily that I'm canceling them, but their palettes are just too big, and I have maxed out my large palette drawer. So let me put everything away and we'll do the... So that was my whole palette collection. Hopefully that wasn't too boring, but that's everything that's in here. The only other one that is missing is my handbook for the recently deceased from Hot Topic. I don't use it. It's purely a decorative piece, so I don't count it. But those are all the palettes. Anything else is in like a giveaway bag, either to give away to friends or give away to you guys if it's brand new. So that is everything that is currently in my eyeshadow drawers as far as the palettes. The other drawers, there's liners and all kinds of crap in there, but yeah, those are all of my palettes currently until something new comes in from BoxyCharm. or Ipsy. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Again, if you want to see how I did this look, check out my normal to pastel goth video. Make sure you subscribe to my July 1st giveaway if you want to win your own chocolate bar palette along with I show everything else that's in that box. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Hopefully you're staying safe. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all very soon, hopefully. Bye, everybody.